feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Colby Rebel Show. I am your host, Colby Rebel, where my goal is to make that connection or answer that question. So get into the call line while you can right here, 310-997-4966. 310-997-4966. And I'm excited to take your calls, and we'll just get a chance to chat and have our date night. Just to let you know, coming up next week is the spiritual business mentoring. So this is where my goal is to help you build a successful spiritual business. So if you've been thinking about being your own boss, having your own rules, wanting to work through the confidence, wanting to work through the building blocks, that's the workshop for you. We meet on Thursdays. So really excited for the next one coming up. So if you are in the call line, you are chosen at random. And just a couple little notes here, if you don't mind, please turn off any ringing, dinging, blinging. Please don't listen to the show live while you're calling in because there is a delay. So just make sure you mute so that when we get you, you're nice and clear. No Bluetooth, just have that phone right up to your ear. And this way we create the best connection possible. If you are driving, please pull over if you would like a reading and are in the call line, okay? We want everyone's safety to be first and foremost, okay? Listen for your area code and we will dive in here. So here we go. How about 559? Hey, 559, this is Colby. Who is this?
This is super excited and nervous.
Yay! And what's your name?
My heart is beating so fast.
Oh, what is your name?
Evelyn.
Hi, Evelyn. What can I do for you tonight?
I want to know what spirit has to say regarding my mom or my brother David's health. Things that I could do, maybe assist them to get healthier and better.
Okay, got it.
Because both of them are constantly on my mind. I'm a worrywart naturally, so I'm always concerned about them.
Okay. Now, I feel like there's a male on the other side, Evelyn. Would you understand that, a father figure on the other side for you, honey?
My grandfather.
Okay. But this would be mom's dad, correct?
Yes, he passed away a long time ago.
Okay. Just because I feel like this father figure wants to step forward to really start talking about your mom, especially your mom, just because I feel like her health has been a little bit up and down. So I feel like there's just been some things that are up and down where it's like we can't quite get her on the right track. I also feel like she's having some mobility issues as well. So would that make sense, Evelyn? Like having some trouble walking or moving around? Like I just feel like she's starting to have some more troubles, especially within her body as well.
It's her. Yes, walking has been an issue. Yes.
Okay, because he keeps giving me that because he keeps saying, she needs support. So perhaps think about a cane or a walker for her, just because I feel like this condition is going to worsen. I also keep feeling like there's a sense of bringing joy, letting her have fun, bringing laughter back in. Also, she tends to worry. I think so. It's funny because you said you're the worry wart, but I also think she tends to worry as well. And so I feel like it's bringing joy for you. Try not to overthink things, try not to overanalyze, because sometimes I think you overanalyze as well, right? And so I feel like there's just this, yes. So I feel like there's a sense of, you know, just letting her have some fun, I feel like you're a little strict around what she eats or something. So have you been trying to get her to watch her diet?
Yes.
Okay.
Went out to eat. Like, Mom, no rice. No
Yeah.
rice. Put it away.
Yes.
I feel like her mother at times Yeah, you're right.
So I'm hearing not to micromanage her diet. uh,
Okay.
yeah, because sometimes too, I think she likes to treat and cheat. So let her have those little moments, okay? And
Every day, it's an everything.
yes, yes. And for your brother, to me, this to me, he makes me feel like there's a little bit of a different issue around his health. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Do you know, has he just not taken care of himself, or is there anything with drinking at all? It's okay if it's a no.
He's not taking care of himself. Wasn't he was depressed, and I think he's starting to drink. Not drink. Take care of himself now. As far as drink, I'm not. I don't think so.
Okay,
But it's
okay,
he's just developing that, but not that I know of.
okay. Because I just felt like he wasn't really taking care of himself, and I felt like, to me, he just was feeling a little stuck around things. But I feel like, to me, him getting just eating better, taking care of himself, I feel like he starts to have more energy. I also think there was something around work for him. So I don't know if he lost a job or just unhappy at a job, but I keep getting the sense that
So
his confidence was being hit as well.
yes, definitely, you're correct.
Okay. And so I just keep
Yeah.
hearing, to me, I feel like he's going to be okay. I just feel like he just needed a moment to kind of find himself again. Also, I think there was something with relationship with him as well. Do you know if he was having trouble in a relationship, Evelyn, or do you not know that?
He's definitely he's gonna get a divorce pretty soon.
Yeah.
His wife is leaving, and he's gonna
Yeah.
be alone. Yes, it's been fine.
Yeah, so that's what I was really
What?
feeling. That's what I was really feeling like. Those for him are the underlying issues as to why maybe he wasn't taking the best care of himself. But now, I don't know. I just see him bouncing back. I feel like he's going to get stronger. And I feel like also what's really nice is I see his sense of humor coming back as well. Because I actually think he has a really great sense of humor that's been a little under the radar, while he's not been feeling his best, but I see that coming back around as well. So I feel like he's going to be okay. I also see him with a new partner. So maybe you can pass that along to him. I see him bringing someone new into his life, and that really feels very, very fulfilling for him.
Wow, that's awesome. You know, I kind of am bummed out with the thing you said that my mom's condition with her walking is going to get worse. That really, I kind of felt like my heart sank when you said that. But what can
What
she
can you
do? What is
do?
Grandpa?
Yeah, it's okay. One of the things I feel like what we can do with mom is I feel like if try to get her to do some exercises where she's strengthening her legs. So if she's sitting in a
Hmm.
chair, because I almost just feel like the legs are weak. Do you know what I mean? And so I
They
feel
are. Yes.
right. And so what's happening is I think she's nursing them. And obviously you have to listen to the doctors, right? But I feel like if she were to
Definitely.
strengthen them, that would help her tremendously. And I feel like she
Yeah,
could absolutely get stronger, but I think she's not doing that. I feel like she's not taking the initiative. For her, it's like
you're right.
yeah,
Again, I have to go and tell her, Mom, we're going to get on the walker. We're going to go walking.
yes,
She has
yes,
something called cervical stenosis and
okay,
lumbar stenosis when your spinal cord is narrowed due to your arthritis. And it's
okay,
difficult for her to walk. And she's seen a
yeah,
neurologist, and she's going to go to physical therapy. It's just me wanting, I feel like I'm the mother that I have to push her, take her to go
yeah,
walking. Otherwise, she won't do it. And I'm like, Mom, I'm
yes,
tired of doing this. I'm the daughter. You're supposed to tell me what to do. I'm not supposed
yes,
to tell you. So you're
exactly.
definitely right on.
But I just feel like, this is part of the soul contract you made with your mom, right? On a soul level, you knew you were signing up for this somewhere along the line. um,
Probably. And I'm like, boy, did I sign up for this.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But try not to, I don't want you to get discouraged, but I feel like just, see what you can do to help her strengthen. And I feel like that's going to make a big, big difference with her. Okay.
Good to hear. Good to hear because I just want the best. But
I
everybody, we
know.
all have issues, and I wish there was a magic wand where I could go and help people, and you get better. So thank you
Yes.
for that. It's been I'm just in awe about you're such a gifted medium and so
Oh, you're
talented.
so
Thank you
sweet.
for sharing your
Oh,
gift. I'm
thank
just,
you.
no, it's the truth. It
Thank
really
you.
is. And thank you so much.
You
I'm
are
going to thank
so
my
welcome.
grandpa and grandpa because I'm like,
Yep.
I asked to talk to you. So thank you, grandpa and grandma,
You are so welcome, and
for making my day.
you have a beautiful night, Evelyn, okay?
You too. Thank
Okay.
you. I want to keep on listening then. Thank
Well,
you so
keep
much.
listening. Keep listening. All right.
Definitely. I love it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, let us take another caller here. Let's see. Here we go. How about, oh my goodness, there's a lot going on here. How about, let us do 724. Hey, 724.
Hi,
This is
Colby.
Colby. Oop, who is this?
Hi, my name's Kylie.
Hi, Kylie. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it.
Sure. What can I do for you tonight, sweetheart?
So my question is regarding any messages on the other side for strengthening my medical intuitive skills, sharpening them, turning it on when I need it to be turned on.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, let's try not to force it. So, first and foremost, relax around it, okay? Because when you
Okay.
try to force it, you're going to create pressure. When we create pressure, we're going to lower vibration. So, no matter what, especially if you start to feel nervous or you're saying, wait, what am I getting? Why am I not getting it? Whatever it is, just relax. Now, interesting enough, I want you to really start working with your spirit guides only because I feel like we have a spirit guide stepping in that is going to want to start working with you. And I feel like this is a male that is a guide. And I feel like he absolutely has a background as a physician, surgeon. Like to me, I feel like he's been stepping in. So I think he's already around you. So I want you to just start to notice, am I getting a feeling that I have a new guide coming in, and start meditating on that because I feel like building that relationship with him, I feel like is absolutely going to help you dial into the medical intuition as well. Okay. And then
Okay.
there's also a feeling too is as much as you can work also on your clairsentience, right? You know what that is, right, hun?
I do, yes.
Okay. Work on your clairsentience just because, and if you can, if you can work on people, volunteers, clients where you're just using your hands over them, not touching them, just using them over them, and just and go to areas that are feeling ailments, go to areas that are not, because I actually feel like you have a strong compass with your clairsentience and through your hands. And I think this is a really great way to hone in because then the volunteers can validate, yes, that area has been bothering me. Yes, this is going on. So I feel like that's going to help you as well. Okay. One last thing is I keep feeling like
Okay.
we have a loved one. Do you know if there's a loved one on the other side that would have been a nurse or a doctor? I just keep feeling like there's a loved one that also would have been in the medical field. Or do you not know this? Because I do go back a little bit with this.
This person's come through before. I don't know who they are, but they do come through.
Okay. What I do is I feel like they are around you. I do feel like they are part of your family lineage. So I would kind of check into the ancestry and things like that because it would be really interesting. But I do go back in time with them a few generations. But show me one of those old fashioned medical bags. So I do feel like they are around you helping you as well. So I know that there's a lot of support on the other side, but work on connecting to your guides because like I said, guides come
Okay.
in and out too. We do have some guides that are with us for the whole experience, but there are guys that come in and out as we need them. So really start connecting and communicating to your spirit team because I feel like this male guide that I see coming in, I believe is absolutely going to help you stay in tune and connect. And just like I said, though, mostly try to relax around it and try not to overthink because it just feels like you put a little bit too much pressure on yourself. And I think if you were just to relax, I think it's going to flow a lot easier for you. Okay, hun?
Okay, thanks. And then in terms of connecting, is that just through meditation, through quieting my mind?
Oh, through connecting, absolutely through quieting your mind, relaxing, breath work, setting the intention. I
Okay.
would love to set the intention to connect to my spirit guides, angels, loved ones on the other
Okay.
side. And I feel like it's very much doing that. There are a lot of guided meditations on connecting to your spirit guides. I know Lisa Williams has
Yeah.
one. So look into those to kind of help you develop that daily practice. But I absolutely feel
Okay.
like this is going to click in for you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a beautiful night, Kylie.
Thanks, Colby. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. It's interesting, you guys, because I love medical intuition. And although I don't call myself a medical intuitive, I absolutely love tuning in and connecting and helping people in any way. So I'm very excited that Kylie is looking into it and developing it and working on it for sure. So here we go. Let us take another one. How about we have 618? Hey, 618. This is Colby. Who is this?
Hi, this is CJ.
Hi, CJ. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I am doing well. What can I do for you, hon?
Well, recently my family has went through quite a bit of loss. I lost my grandmother and my grandfather within 2 months apart of each other.
Oh, and they were married.
So it's
They're on
been,
the same side, correct?
yes,
I just feel like it was that they just couldn't live without one another, in all honesty, right? I just feel
oh
like
my gosh,
broken
I've
heart
got
and
goosebumps. That's
needed
absolutely,
yes, broke and needed to be together. So first and foremost, as I know it's so difficult to lose grandparents, especially when you're as close to them as you are. But I also
yes,
know that they would want nothing other than to be together in this world and beyond, right? So for
that,
them,
that
it
absolutely makes sense.
yeah, and so just try as when it gets hard or difficult, just try to remember that. I just feel like they are both here very strong, but your grandmother comes in just because I just feel like she is just active, buzzing around. I just feel
Yeah,
like she is just like the showstopper in the family. Do you know what I mean? And
she absolutely was the backbone of
yes,
everything.
yes. And I just feel like for her, she just shows me coming on in and wiping away your tears. Like she really shares it.
Oh,
She is just so connected to you and so close to you. And I just, I know the two of you would really get together a lot, talk a lot. And I feel like you'd love to just share things with her. And
yes, yes.
but but she is, the thing is that she is still very, very much around you. All right, very, very much
I
around
feel
you.
her. Yes.
Yeah, and CJ, this is a little out of left field, but did you do something to your hair by chance? Is there a change in your hair? Because she's bringing me to
Um,
your hair and wants to notice your hair.
she's probably fed up with my hair because she always tells me to cut it,
Okay.
and I haven't cut it.
Okay, okay. Because I,
Uh,
I felt like there was a change with the hair. So maybe that is a little of a knock knock to get that
well,
hair taken
usually I
care of.
change colors
Yes.
almost monthly, and she'd always get on to me about it all the time.
Well, she really shares with me this sense of, for you, it's not holding yourself back, CJ. I really feel like she's just kind of telling you to fly, telling you it's okay, telling you to just keep taking those big, bold steps, right? Because she'd love to hear about your journey and what was going on. And she
Yes,
really shares with me just letting you know that she's okay. And obviously she's with her husband. And she really, what's really nice is I feel like you smell her. Am I correct, CJ? Like she just
oh my God, I just got goosebumps. Yes,
okay, because her scent is all around you, and so she
yes,
she she does that a lot. She also does it a lot in your bedrooms. I don't know if you've noticed it in the bedroom, and it's curious. Is there
yeah, I
something
smell
on?
her all the time.
Okay, and to me, it's
I actually have her
I
perfume.
was just about what I was about to say is she may I feel like am I right that the perfume is on your dresser because she was making me feel like there's something on your dresser That's hers.
I
So,
have actually a whole hutch, yes, like a
okay,
dresser hutch that has her perfume and pictures and her ashes and all that.
good. Okay. So she knows this, and she gives me a feeling too. She shows me that her hair was done. So either she always got her hair done, or they made an effort when she passed to make sure her hair was done. Because
Yes, yes, we brought in a picture of how she always had it done
yeah,
for her viewing, yes.
she appreciates this. I think it's got some curls
Oh,
to it. Am I right? Like it's a little
yes,
shorter
yes,
curl. Yeah, she loved her
yeah.
hair. They did a great job, she said.
Oh, I'm so glad
Yeah.
to be
And I
with
think
it.
I'll tell you what's really nice, and I feel like you would know this, but I feel like she looked so peaceful. And that's because she was
She
at
did.
peace. You know, she was at peace. She makes me feel like, did you guys put something in her hands, a cross or something she's holding? She makes me feel like there was something in her hands.
Um, yeah, so for her viewing,
Yeah.
we were able to put things with her, and each of us kind of put some things in that were, like myself, my mother, and
Yeah.
her other children did do that, yes.
Okay, because she was aware of this, but and she makes a little joke. This is kind of cute, where she would always pick up after your grandfather all the time. She'd pick up after him because he would just leave stuff around, and she's like, "Now I'm just stuck." She goes, "I am stuck on the other side, still picking up after him, just so everybody knows."
Oh my gosh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. She was definitely the caretaker, the home taker, all of that.
Yes, yes,
I just wondered um, if there is any way to see, because my mom has kind of taken on all of this. It's still kind of ongoing.
hmm
I just want to know, is she happy with her wishes, what she left behind, what she wanted? Because there's been a lot of, back and forth family drama, and I
yeah,
just want to know that it's
a
what
little
she wanted.
animosity, right? There's a little animosity.
Yes,
But I feel like if your
very much so.
yeah, but I feel like your mom knew her the best, like, or spent the most time with her, because
Hmm.
I feel like your mom was with her almost daily, is the sense I get. So I feel like,
Oh, they were very, very close.
yeah, and so I do feel like your mom is absolutely doing the right thing. And it's really nice too, is because, one of the things she's most happy about is I think your mom is very fair. She's splitting up things like jewelry and pieces. Like, I
Oh my
feel
God.
like she's very, very happy about this. Okay.
Okay, good.
Your grandmother shows me, I was trying to figure out what that was. I don't know if it was, she shows me a handkerchief. I believe it's a handkerchief, but it might have been embroidered, like a little embroidered handkerchief. She might have carried this, or you might know she had it, only because she just used it to wipe your tears. So I feel like there's a little napkin or handkerchief. Are you aware of this little, and it has a rose on it?
Hmm.
Are you aware of this, or something that she would keep in a drawer?
I'm not aware of it, but my mom, because she's the one who's been going through most of it
Okay.
right
Ask your
now,
mom,
just recently.
yeah, ask your mom about this and put it in the comments and send us a picture if your mom finds it, okay? But I feel like it's this
Okay, you said
little
it has
kind
a
of,
rose?
I feel like there's a rose too on it. But even if we've got a little
Okay,
embroidered handkerchief, I want you to let me know, okay? Or has a flower on it. But
okay.
even if it's embroidered, but she just shows me that because she shows me wiping your tears, you know? And
Oh,
and
oh,
just to let you know that she is around you, sweetheart, and it really is very much, I kind of feel like you're not married. Is that correct, CJ?
I, I am not, I'm engaged.
Oh, got it. Because I really want you to know that she is going to be at this wedding, and that's maybe why we also check the handkerchief, because I feel like that's something you're going to have with you. So ask your mom about it. I do think it's like a little
I
piece of
will.
cloth, a handkerchief. There's something embroidered on it. Ask mom, please. Go through the boxes, okay? Because your grandma had a lot of
Okay, I
stuff,
absolutely will.
okay? Okay, well, lots of love to
Yes,
you,
she
honey.
did.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thank
lots
you
of little
so
stuff.
much. I appreciate it.
Of course, you have a beautiful night.
You too. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, let us take another caller. I want to thank you guys for the stars. That is very, very sweet. Robin, Sandra, I saw that. I just really appreciate that. So thank you guys. Very, very kind. Okay, let us take another caller here. Here we go. How about we do 951? Hey,
Hello?
951. Hi there. This is Colby. Who is this?
This is Hi, Colby. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good.
What can I do for you tonight?
I was just wondering if you could do a spirit connection. I was wondering if my husband was around at all.
Oh, let us see. Okay, let's see if I got some things here with him, and we'll see if they make sense to you, okay?
Okay.
I really get the sense around your husband where I don't know, he seems to be very matter of fact to me. I just really get the sense of like I think he would have you should I don't know if you're watching me, but maybe watch back because all of a sudden my hand kind of went on my chin, right? So I think he would like think about things or kind of ponder things a lot. Like they had to make a lot of sense to him, I think, before he would move forward with things. But he really gives me a sense of
Yes.
like, but I really is a little methodical. You know what I'm saying? Or likes his routine. There's just something here where I think he likes things a certain way.
Oh,
And
yes.
and he also gives me the feeling where I think he's extremely friendly to people, right? But he's just I think he's not I think he just doesn't like the attention on him or something. I don't know. He doesn't really give me the sense like he wants the attention on him. I think he's very friendly and will talk to people and will engage, but and he is really funny. Like I think he's got this fabulous sense of humor about him, Jennifer, but I just don't feel like it wants to be the center of attention. Does that make sense around him?
Everything but the center of attention because he was loud. He liked to be,
Okay.
he did like to be
So it's just
noisy.
the opposite. Okay, that's fine. Just because all I could see is that
But our daughter's like that.
okay. Okay, got it.
Our daughter doesn't like the attention.
Oh, okay. Well, he gives me the feeling where I just see him being very charismatic and I feel like he was very good at
Yes,
talking to people. And I feel like he was very good at like we could take him to different events and gatherings and he would just fall into place, right? And I mean, honestly, like this is kind of
absolutely.
funny. He makes a joke that we could take him to a Tupperware party and he'd figure out how to fit in. So I think it's kind of
Yes,
cute that he could do it, but I also feel like he feels that he was very committed as a father. You understand that, right? Very, very close to the kids. Like I just feel like very committed. You understand that with him?
absolutely, yes.
And do you happen to recognize another J name other than yours, like a Joe by chance, either a middle name, first name connected in the living or in spirit? I just keep getting another J name.
Well, is it a male?
It,
His name is John.
yeah,
His
it
birth
was
name is John.
okay. Got it. That's it then. Okay, thank you. Because I felt like he was just giving me this to just, and I just think there's a little bit of like manliness to him. I don't. There's a little bit of a manliness, a little bit of this. I think he would just he could walk tall. I feel like he's ill though. I think he's ill before he passes. Am I correct, Jennifer?
He was.
Because I just think for him, he had been very strong. He just shows me like he's a man's man, and he's strong,
Oh,
and and he likes his outdoor toys, and he likes his outdoor activities, and he
yes.
just and he just shares with me that I feel like physically he got ill. Physically, the body started to not be as strong for him, and I also just feel like he just tried to I think fight as hard as he could fight, to be honest, because I feel like he fought hard, but I really get the sense that maybe when this was discovered, it was already too late. It just feels like it was already too far along.
Yes.
And then the
Yeah,
other thing,
he had cancer, but I'm sorry.
yeah, no, right. I felt like it was cancer, but the other thing too, I want to say, Jennifer, if you don't mind, I keep moving a ring on a ring finger back and forth. I feel like he's trying to tell me something about a wedding ring or his wedding ring. So would you happen to still have his wedding ring, or do you understand a connection to his wedding ring?
Well, actually, we weren't legally married, so
Mm-hmm.
we didn't have. I have a wedding ring, but she didn't have one. But my daughter is getting married in October.
I
I don't know if it
okay.
has anything to do with that.
Yeah, but it's interesting because I feel like he should, right. It's taking the ring off and on. So I feel like he is showing me again that he will be at that wedding. Okay. Because I feel like it's him letting us know he will be at that wedding. And he also, I don't know where you live, but he keeps showing me blue birds. So blue jays or blue birds. So I feel like this wedding, we're going to start noticing blue jays, blue birds to let us know that he is around. Okay. So ask your daughter to
Okay.
start looking there. He also here's the thing. It's I think what's really wonderful, what feels to be really special is, I know that they're putting a place aside at the wedding for him. I just feel like he would have made a toast. Like he just shows me getting up and making a toast. So if you don't mind putting a wine glass or some champagne in it, just by where his honorary spot will be, just because I feel like he wants to make sure he has a toast. What's interesting too is if you could find, I think there's a recording of something where he is talking about his daughter or how proud he is of her. If you could find that, I know that sounds super tricky and hard, but I feel like if you can find that somehow, or if it was written down, if you don't mind playing it, because I feel like this is what he's trying to say for the wedding.
Okay.
So
The
look,
thing is, I'm not real thrilled about the.
well, I
I'm
know,
not real happy about it, but
yeah, but I think he wants her to be happy, and I feel like this will bring her
right.
happiness. And I think for him, based on what he's been through and his experiences, I feel like he's learned that life is too short, and she has to be able to make her own choices, even if
Absolutely.
even if they may not be the best ones, or even if they're a little rushed, feels a little rushed. But I just feel like letting her, it's not going to help to be unhappy about it. I don't think it's going to stop it. So just support her the best way you can,
No,
because
no.
that's what's going to keep you close to it. Okay.
Right. I'm just supporting it, even though I don't agree with
Okay.
it. It's my daughter, and I'm always going to be
I
there for
know
her.
it's super, super hard. Well, to be honest, too, I feel like it's not going to be too long before there's a baby, too. So you might just want to prepare yourself across the board.
I already had that. I felt that by the end of the year
Yeah, yeah. So,
that she's going to be pregnant, if
yeah,
not before.
yeah. So, there's a lot of changes coming in, but lots of love to you. And just know that
Thank-
he absolutely loves you. You know that you guys were absolutely soulmates, and just know that he talks to you. I know you hear him. Just kind of keep those lines of communication open, okay?
I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Lots of love to you, and have a great night.
You too. Thank you, Colby.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, let us do another one here. It's a great point though. It's a great point because I feel like there's a sense where sometimes, we may not agree with someone's choices, right? But it's interesting to see that loved ones on the other side are like, you know what? It's going to be okay. Like let it be. The universe is going to take care of everything. And I think that's just what we have to kind of hopefully have trust in, right? So here we go. Let us do 302. Hi, 302.
Hello. Hi, Toby. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to connect with my grandmother,
Your grandmother? Okay. And what's your name, sweetheart?
Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Let's see with your grandmother. Gosh, Rachel, I feel like your grandmother was quite crafty. Do you know that? Do you know, like, I just feel like she could make little things all day long. Like, very, very creative lady. Would that make sense around her that you can connect to, Rachel?
Yeah, she had a lot of grandkids, so she was always playing with us, and
Yeah.
she would take us to like the Christmas festival and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I also feel like she was very generous. Like she would let you pick out a toy or let you pick out something you like. Like she just gives me a sense of almost wanting to make you guys feel spoiled just with her love. There's just very affectionate to me, very loving to me. Do you understand that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she always said her grandkids were her favorite.
Yeah, and I just also see with her where I feel like for her, there's always having food made or always having treats and always having treats around. So I feel like again, it's just kind of, I think for her having her grandbabies made her feel like she didn't try to raise you. I just think she tried to love you. There's a big difference, right? So I feel like there was a lot of connection with her and a lot of like little treats, little things like that. I feel like too when you were little, Rachel, I think you guys used to do like little shows for her or something. Do you remember doing that? Because she just shows me these little performances.
Yeah, we did. And I was really close to my grandma. I did live with her for a few years,
Yeah.
and she took care of me.
And yeah, but even as she took care of you, I think she was more, mm, I feel like as much as she took care of you, I also feel like she treated you with respect and kindness. Like, to me, there just feels to be a real, I don't know, loving and gentleness with her, And also a sense where I just feel like, too, that she loved flowers. Do you know if she loved flowers, honey? Or do you know if there's a connection with flowers for her?
So she would always make sure when my grandfather died, she would always make sure he had flowers like every holiday and everything like that. And
Okay.
they just have gardens. I just
And
got flowers yesterday. My
yeah,
son
I
made me
think she's,
go
I think she's
grocery store and
talking
buy like
about,
3 sets of flowers.
yeah, yes, I think she's talking about the flowers for you. And I feel like she is saying she is there. She's in your house, so she knows about the flowers for you. That's what I feel like she's talking about. Okay. And
Okay.
I also really get the sense where she shows me holding your hand. So I feel like you were with her, especially towards the end, or you got a chance to see her or spend time with her. Is that correct, honey?
Yeah, my family, we all came over and stuff and everything like that.
Yeah.
I do have a question though. It was about my niece. I always like took my grandma's advice, and I was wondering what she thought about like with my niece.
Can I ask how old your niece is, hon?
Oh, I'm sorry. She's 6 years old.
Okay. I just feel like with your niece, it's very much where I feel like your niece needs a lot of support. And I feel like it's important that you stay connected to her or stay I feel like it's very important. It's interesting. I almost feel like you take care of your niece for some reason. So I feel like I see you around your niece a lot and with your niece a lot. And I feel like it's like your niece needs a lot of support. Okay. And I feel like it is just that kind of love and that connection that's absolutely going to help your niece. And do you know, does your niece have is your niece having a health issue or is she okay at the moment?
Oh no, she's okay. She's
Okay.
okay. It's just more like a custody issue
Yeah,
going on
that's
right
what
now.
it feels to me. It felt like a custody. That's what I was saying. But I almost feel like you, for some reason, I see you being around your niece and you being a very big part in her life of almost helping to raise her a lot. Okay. So I feel like just stay very connected to it. And I keep hearing to keep fighting for it. So your grandmother was like, fight for this. And I keep hearing to fight for this. Okay. So don't give up on this. Okay.
Okay, yeah, she did stay with me for a while, but she recently just went back with her dad, and I have to go custody. But I wasn't sure if I should just go more so for visitation than that. I definitely want to stay in her life, and it's not good between the two families.
No,
So.
it doesn't, but I just feel like there's a sense where your grandmother is like, do whatever it takes to be around her the most. So I feel like just make sure that if you have those visitations, it's documented in a court agreement that you get to see her and be around her because I think it's very, very important for your niece to have you in her life. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Lots of love to you, hon.
All right. Thank you. Have a good
You're
night.
welcome. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, everybody, that is the end of this episode of the Colby Rebel Show. And I do just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Again, the stars and the kindness and the kind words and obviously the amazing colors. I mean, obviously, I know I can't get to everyone, but just know that those who got through are the ones who desperately needed the messages tonight. And hopefully you could take some peace and joy in listening to their messages. Just want to thank you guys so much. And I can't wait to see you next week. And as always, have a beautiful, beautiful night. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Colby Rebel Show. Be sure to follow Colby on social media at Psychic Rebel. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, please head on over to iTunes to leave a review to help Colby grow the tribe. Colby is an international psychic medium, teacher, best-selling author, and speaker. She is a master teacher of the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development and is the owner of the Colby Rebel Spirit Center in Los Angeles. Visit colbyrebel.com.